Hello everyone and welcome to the Box Children After Effects preset tutorial. Box Children is a free After Effects preset that allows you to easily create boxes by just parenting layers to the box itself. And the box is completely dynamic, as you can see here. And you can even put boxes inside boxes, and all of the boxes around it will respond to the size of it, to the position of it. You can see you can increase the size, you can even rotate the layers and the boxes will respond to it. And you can also, because all of the layers are parented to the box, you can do transformations on the box itself, like this. You can move it around and all of the layers will respond to those changes. And it works even if you have the layer transform. Let's say I have my layer rotated, I can still move around my child layers and the box will respond to those changes. So pretty cool, I would say. In order to show you how it works, we will create this exact same design from scratch. So let's get started. I have here all of my layers that I want to surround with a box or with several boxes for this case. In order to download the preset, you first need to download it. The link is on the description, and again, this preset is free. So the first thing that I need to do is just to create a shape layer with a rectangle. Any shape layer is fine, but because we will change this later. Once I created my shape layer, I will go to animation, apply animation preset, and then you will need to find the preset where you have saved it. So I will click open and you will see that this box is automatically created. I will rename this layer to box 1, let's call it, because we are going to create a few of them. And you will see that on the effect controls, you have 2 effects created. This one is to control the parameters of the box itself, and this one is for something that I will show you later. So this works in the following way. You can parent directly any layer that you want to the box, and the box will adapt its size to contain those layers. So let's select these 2 layers and let's parent them to the box. And as you can see, the box automatically surrounds those layers, and I can move these layers around, right? I can scale them like this, and you will see the box is responding to these changes. I can rotate them as well, like so, and it works perfectly. So I will show you now the different parameters that we have so we can customize our box. When you come here to effect controls, you will see that you have inside the box children effect a few parameters that you can modify. For example, the padding. This is like the border you can leave in the right, the left, the top, and the bottom. This is a number that you can keyframe as well, so you can animate it if you want, and it can be negative as well. Let's leave it at 40 for all borders, like this, so we have a nice padding. You also have fixed values, and you have a few parameters in here. This is basically to establish if you want the box to have a fixed width or a fixed height, if you need it. So let's set a fixed width. Let's first click the fixed width, and now we have to increase the amount, right? So let's set it at 800, and now the width of the box will always be 800, no matter the position or the scale of the layers. You can see that the height is changing, is still changing, but the width is constant. In case that if you need it to work like that, you can do it. So let's uncheck that option and let's check it on the height as well. And you can see if we set it at 300, no matter how much I move the layers around, the height will be fixed, but the width will be responsive. Okay, let me go back to this. You also have scaling. This basically allows you to scale the box in both the X and the Y axis. And you can also select where the scaling starts from, right? In this case, from the middle on the X axis, the scaling will start from the middle, like this. but you can also set it from the left and it will start from the left, or from the right and it will start from the right. And you can even keyframe the scale itself and the anchor point when you want it to start. So you could, for example, make this in animation like so, and keyframe this to make the out animation like so. And you can also do the same for the y-axis, right? From the middle, from the top, or from the bottom. And this gives you a lot of flexibility to animate the box. You can even, for example, mask the children layers to the box and make like a reveal animation. Position offset allows you basically to move the box around without affecting the position of the children. You can also make animations with this. And here in other settings, you will find the roundness. This will round the corners of the box. You can keyframe all of this. This is a parameter that is quite powerful, I would say, that is called include children's children. So basically what this allows you to do is not only to include the direct children's of the box layer, but include the children's children. So for example, let's uncheck this option for now, and let's unparent this layer from the box, right? So you will see that the box will adapt its size, and I will parent this layer to the title, right? Because I wanted to move around with the title. So let's parent it to the title, and you will see that nothing is happening. But if I move the layer around, it will respond to the title. If I now check the include children's children option, you will see that it automatically surrounds this layer as well. Because what this does is to check if any layer has an indirect relationship to the box, right? So for example, this layer is parented to this text, but this text is parented to the box. So the box will surround this layer. And you can do this as many times as you want. So let's duplicate this layer. I will move this around, and I will parent this to this text. So it's not parented to the title, but this text. So you will see, and it's still working. So now this layer is parented to this layer is parented to this layer, and this one is parented to the box. So this layer, the third text, has an indirect relationship with the box, and it will be surrounded by it as well. Okay, so now that we have all set, let's create the additional boxes. As you can see in this design, we have a box. First, we have a box that surrounds only this small text. So let's select it. Let's first create a new box. Once you have run the script, the preset already, you will find it in animation, recent animation presets, and you can select it from here. And you will see that a new box will be created. So let's change its color from here. Let's put a purple on it. I think this is fine. And now let's parent this small text to this box. I will change the name. The small text to the box. And you will see that it automatically surrounds the text. Okay, let's add some padding. Let's add 40 as well, again, on all the borders. Like so. I will add maybe to the top and bottom a little bit less, maybe 20, like that. And I will also increase the roundness to 16, like so. Okay, perfect. I forgot to mention that you can also, as you can see, the anchor point is located in here, but with the anchor point tool, you can move it to wherever position works for you and you want it. For example, in here, and you can now rotate the box from the center. And you can do this with any box. Okay, let's move to the next box. Now we want to surround these two layers, the text and the box itself, because you can put boxes inside boxes. So I will duplicate this box. I will change its color to yellow, something like this. I'm not very good at choosing colors, so. And let's put it below this box. And now let's select this text and this box and parent this to the box. And you can see we have already the box surrounding these layers. And we have a box inside a box. You can see that we have the same parameters as before because we have duplicated the other box. I will increase this to 40 so we can have a little bit more of margin in there. And now let's create the final box for this box icon. I will again duplicate this box. I will then get the box icon and parent it to our latest box, like so. And we will change the color for this later. And now we want all of this to be surrounded by the blue box. So what I need to do is to select these two boxes and parent them to the box 1. And by magic, you can see all of the layers are surrounded by the main box, but you have individual controls on each of these, right? There is another setting that I didn't tell you yet, and it's called the rotate box with children. Let's say now, for example, that I have my main box in here and I want to rotate it. And you can see that the borders are rotating with all of the layers. But if I deactivate this option, you will see that the layers will rotate, but the borders will remain horizontal and vertical. This is another transformation parameter that you can play with in case you need it to work like this. You have that option as well. I will check it because I think this is better. And yeah, you can basically animate the box any way you want, animate the elements inside it. You will see that the elements will respond to the box will respond to the elements changes, like so. And you can transformate the elements, or you can transformate the box themselves. Anything that you consider is best for you, you can do it. You can, for example, let's first change the color for this. You can, for example, let's say that you need to have a layer. Let's create a new layer. Let's call it text, like so. And let's unparent it so it will not be surrounded. Let's say that you need to have this text parented to the box layer because you have an animation and you want it to be parented, but you don't want it to be surrounded by it. All you have to do is just to parent the text to the box like you would do, and you will see it's surrounded. But now if I change the name of this layer and include the word ignore at the beginning of the layer, you will see that it ignores this layer. So if I move the box, the layer is still parented, but the box will ignore and it will not surround it, right? Let's unparent this layer for now. And let's change back its name to text because there's something else that I want to show you. You will see that you have this option that is called box children include layer, and this is to include layers that are not parented to the box in case you need it. So I want this layer to be not parented to the box because I don't want it to move along with it or transform along with it. But if I come here and select the layer text, you will see that the box surrounds it. And notice that if I move the box around or make transformations on it or scale it up, this text will not change because it's not parented to the box itself. And I also think that this feature is quite powerful too. And you can even put several layers that are not parented. So let's duplicate this text again. And the way you do it is you just duplicate this effect and select the other text, like so. And you can include as many layers as you want that are not parented to the box. Let's delete this. And you can also, let's say, for example, that you have an animation on the text. Let's animate it. Let's animate the position like this. But you want the box, you will see that the box is responsive in real time to the transformations of this layer. But let's say you want the box to be the size when this animation ends. So what you would do is to come to the box, select the box, and go and create a new marker, add marker, and you need to put the marker name to set it to here, to the word here. Once you do that, you are indicating to the box to look at the layers or the transformation of the layers at this specific time, and it will ignore the rest. So you will see that I have my layer is still animated, but the box is only looking at this time. So for example, if I put the marker in here, it will check the size, or sorry, the transformation of this layer in this particular frame, right? And it will not respond to the others. So yeah, I also think that's quite a nice feature to have. So you can make, for example, text reveal animations with the box or things like that. All right, so those are all the features of the preset. Have in mind that my idea is to keep updating the preset and keep adding new features. So if you download the preset from the link in the description, you should be notified when that happens. And if you run into any errors or into any issues, please don't hesitate to put that in the comments so I can try to fix it as soon as possible. That's all for now. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you for downloading the preset. See you on the next one.